right, man. We haven't done one of these for a minute. Is Kraven underrated? We caught a pig. We caught a pig, guys. Pretty cool. We finally caught something. All right, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with another Are They Underrated video. This is going to be on Kraven. Now, I recently, just this past week, grinded for Kraven in the 6-star basic arena, mostly to add him onto the 6-star Agent Venom God team. That's Agent Venom, Kraven, Scorpion, Spidey 2099, and Anti-Venom. I now have 4 out of 5 of those are 6 stars. Missing Scorpion. He's not out yet, right? Super excited to possibly get him. It's going to be complete. But regardless, man, is he more than just a synergy for Agent Venom? That's what we're going to explore today. So Kraven is without a doubt one of the most interesting champions in the entire game. I would put like Kraven and Rintra, who's also very new, up there in like some of the most unique play styles that we've ever seen in the MCOC. And when it works, it's really, really fun. But sometimes it's hard to make it work, okay? But I'm going to pretty much just show you some gameplay today. We got a bunch of really cool stuff. We got obviously a few Winter Soldier fights. We got, our typical Deadpool. And then we have a bunch of paths, some utility stuff for miss, evasion counter. We also have some Do You Bleed stuff, and we have Tantrum as well. We also have the 6.3.1 Medusa Do You Bleed boss, so make sure you stick around for the video for all that fun stuff. Lots of really cool gameplay in this video today. So let's jump right in, and I'll explain to you how Kraven works as we go along. So the first thing I like to do with Kraven is I like to push them back to the corner, okay? Get that guy all the way in his corner, push him back with your little sword, your little machete thingy that you got going on. You've been doing your little backflips, right? Push him back there. I like to build under 2 bars of power. And the reason why I like to build under 2 bars of power is because the special one, right, sets the trap. Also gives you a nice, solid, true accuracy buff. Now, in a perfect world, they throw their special attack right there. Oh, beautiful. Now they have no power. I'm going to build up a little bit more power when I can, right? Because I want to be able to chain some special 2s after. So now what I'm going to do here is I am going to push him back with a heavy attack. It's got to be a heavy attack. Boom. All right. Now, when you are awakened, your little trample passive happens. That makes you unblockable when you go in while they're rooted with your medium dashes. Okay. Now we're going to go for a special 2. We're going to reset the trap. Everything is paused, refreshing our bleed debuffs. Okay. Refreshing all of them, which is really, really solid. Okay. Now, look, we're very close to another special 2. Okay. Baiting out the special 1. And guess what we're going to do again? Trigger the trap once more with the special 2. Again, refresh those critical bleeds. Root is currently paused. We're going to go in again, stack some more bleeds. As you can see, the numbers are getting definitely pretty darn high. At this point, we're going to bait out another special attack from Winter Soldier. 33 critical bleeds. We're going to go in medium attack, parry, heavy attack, reset the trap once more. And now, oh boy, we are stacking those things pretty high and also refreshing them in 3, 2, 1. There we go, man. 46, 47 critical bleeds on Winter Soldier. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I got that fight done in one take? No. And that's Kraven's biggest problem. He is so AI dependent, man, because there are so many things that can just go wrong. If the Winter Soldier ever decided to just dash back into the trap, the entire rotation is over. And the reason why is because, you know how I kept saying, the root thingy is reset. Gotta reset with the heavy attack. Special 2, reset. If you push them in with your combo, if you push them in with the special 1, and the worst of all, if they just decide to back up, your entire rotation is done. It's done, and you have to reset with the special 1 to reset the trap, okay? And here's the thing. During that time period, all those bleeds that I stacked up, say goodbye. Say goodbye to him because you're never seeing them again. That's the biggest issue with him. And also keep in mind, I'm running 5 out of 5 deep wounds here, which Kraven desperately needs. So he's definitely got a couple things that I think need to be tweaked that we'll talk about throughout the video and as we go along. But he does have one synergy that I do want to show you, and many people have said, like, oh, he really needs this synergy. I'm not even going to show you the whole fight, but essentially what this does is this puts a fragility debuff on every time you put a critical bleed as well, right? And that's going to increase your damage by definitely a bit, right? And as you can see, yeah, we're stacking some fragile debuffs, right? I'm not really caring about beating any power here. Our big yellow numbers are a little bit bigger, especially on the special attacks, right? but you know, the damage overall for the most part is pretty similar. Now don't get me wrong, Tiger is a phenomenal champion. If you're a Tiger player and you like Kraven as well, it's a no-brainer to bring Tiger along on the team, right? But you definitely don't need to, especially when, if I'm going to be using Kraven, I am going to be using the Agent Venom God team, man. Now, funny enough, looking at this team on a team with Agent Venom in 2022, Kraven probably is the weakest link, which is kind of nuts. The only thing that Kraven really gets from the synergy team is that his true accuracy buff on Special 1 also counters miss, which is very powerful because nobody else on this team counters miss, and the only champion who counters evasion really well is Spidey after Special 3, though, okay? So, what Kraven brings to the table on this team is a miss counter, which is very important, and a evade counter, which is also very important, and some fun when you can do it, when it works, right? So, yeah, you know, I'm not going to show you another Winter Soldier fight, but essentially it ends the exact same way as all the other ones. You know, there's no really increased attack or anything or massive synergies for Kraven in ordinary fights, right? So for the rest of the video, I'm gonna use this team because I enjoy using this team, but Kraven doesn't really get anything crazy from it. He gives a lot of crazy stuff, and that's what's awesome. But where I find Kraven to be the best is for casual questing. Stuff like our friend Deadpool here, and we're gonna do the Venom the Duck after, okay? And stuff like have event quests and side quests and stuff like that. Kraven is going to be absolutely phenomenal for that because he's going to lay the trap. He's going to control the fight. He's not going to care. Very important what I'm about to say. He's not going to care about pushing the defender to the Special 3, which happens if they get very stingy with the power, because the fight's going to be over so fast, right? He has a lot of damage potential. If you can get, you know, them into the trap, go for the Special 2, you're going to be doing a very decent amount of damage, all right? But like I said, there are a few things that I feel like really need to be tweaked with him for him to be an absolutely amazing champion, all right? But let's take a look here. We're going to go for the Special 2 after to reset the trap right here, okay? Just like we did against Winter Soldier. Boom. All the bleeds were refreshed. We've got him rooted again. It's paused. 17 critical bleeds. Right? Look at that. That's some solid stuff. So we had to back up. We had to back off there because Special 1 rooted. I mean, like, you know, that's what I'm talking about. We pushed him to the Special 3. It didn't matter because we knew we were going to kill him there. Venom the Duck also doesn't have any nodes, right? Here in 6.4.1. This is like the type of stuff where I feel like he's very, very good. He's also very, very good for niche-specific stuff as well. Like I'm going to be showing you some evasion fights, some miss fights as well. There's a lot of stuff he's very good for. Do you bleed? We're going to do. He's very good for that, you know. But those nodes, they don't require like any specific gameplay. If nodes fit Kraven's playstyle and what he does and what you want to do with his funky playstyle, he's going to be very good, you know. But he's not the type of champion where you could bring in anywhere and play around nodes, right? That you have to, like, for example, let's just say something like where you have to intercept, right? Where you have to play very well and you have to really just be on your game and do these actions in order to get through the fight. Kraven has such a complex playstyle that he really can't have all of these external factors influencing what you do in the fight, because you need to do your rotation. And if you don't do your rotation, he doesn't work too well. Now, if you're just trying to counter like miss or evasion and you just want to chain Special 1s, he's going to be really good for that. You're going to be missing out on a lot of your damage. Like a lot of your damage is going to be coming from Special 2s, stacking and refreshing those critical bleeds, and then stacking more critical bleeds while they are rooted. That's going to be like where he's getting like pretty much the bulk of his big damage from. As you can see right here, this fight went just like Deadpool, and they both went really, really well. They both went really, really well. They were pretty simple fights. You know what I mean? They are pretty simple fights. So we're going to take a look now at some more specific stuff where his strengths really come out to play. And this is going to be a dual one, all right? This is going to be Miles Morales in 6.3.1. Let's take a look. Mesmerize and Spry, and also Miles Morales, he makes you miss all of your special attacks, okay? So we're going to go in here with our buddy Kraven, and we're going to take a look at just how effective he can be when he fits the nodes. And there are lots of nodes he fits really well. Mixmaster is one of them, right? Any nodes where they're going to be evading, you just completely shut it off, which is great. Now, another thing, man, he has a very strong disorient on heavy attack. It reduces defensive ability accuracy by 40%, right? Every time you do a heavy attack, which is really good. But here, look at this. We're going for a special one here, right? We can't miss. We can't evade. That's a 20-second buff. It's going to be refreshed when we push Miles into the trap right here. Boom, the trap is re-triggered, and now we still can't miss. We still can't be auto-blocked. We can't be evaded. It's a very, very powerful buff right there, especially when you pair it with Agent Venom. Okay, so here we actually have a taunt on us because I believe we ate a heavy attack from Miles, which is a little bit annoying. So we're missing some of our attack. Not the biggest deal in the world though, at all, right? We're taking it slow. We're being a little safe here, going for a heavy attack again to push him back into the trap. Nice! And we finished at a solid 100% health. So when he works really well. He works really, really well. And he's very fun on top of it. So obviously, one huge downside to him, shout out Scorpion for coming in clutch, because he can't really do bleed immune fights. Now, he does have a synergy with, I believe, Squirrel Girl, I believe it is, who turns his bleeds into poisons. But even so, Ultron is immune to poison, and Squirrel Girl doesn't really fit on the Agent Venom God team, so she's not here right now regardless, all right? But up next, we have a Wasp, all right? And this Wasp is, you know, annoying. She's very annoying. We've done this path many times with a lot of evade counters, and honestly, Kraven is really, really good for the lane. Like, one of the better ones we've done. Because not only do you have to get to the special one only, the heavy attack disorient goes a long way in countering that evade as well, making it a little bit safe to build up your power while you don't have the buff, all right? So we're going to push Wasp back into the trap. There we go. All right, we're going to start stacking up those bleeds very, very nicely here, okay? Bit out the special one from her. Very cool. All right, gonna hold off a little bit. Oh, heavy attack. Nice. Can we go for a special 2? Yes, we can. Boom! Let's refresh those bleeds. And the special 2 is pretty much gonna do it. Nice. Very good stuff. See? Very good stuff there, man. So, up next, I believe we have a Stark Spidey. I believe. Hold on one second. Stark Spidey. Starkest Spider-Man. All right? Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. And yeah, man. So obviously this guy, he evades quite a bit. It's annoying, right? Now, Spidey especially evades on special attacks and projectiles and stuff like that, right? So what's great is that when you launch the special one, that's when the buff comes up, right? It's very safe to fight champions who like evade specials often, right? And just use that. How funny is that, man? And just use your special ones. That was hysterical, man. So when they're in the trap, they like kind of throw a lot of heavy attacks, and he kind of intercepted me with his heavy attack, which is very funny. But yeah, so you gotta, it's something that takes a bit of getting used to, right? The root mechanic here, because they're going to be throwing a lot of their heavy attacks. You have to kind of time it in a way where you don't want to get hit by the heavy attacks in a perfect world, right? That's definitely not ideal in the slightest, you know? But here, we're going to go for a heavy attack, all right? Another heavy attack as he was just getting rooted, and we're going to go for a special 2 and finish off the fight just like this, all right? Yeah, not too bad, man. That fight, not as clean as the prior 2, but not too bad. So the next fight is a Nightcrawler, and Nightcrawler has redoubled determination, so you definitely don't want to use Kraven there. But how about we have just a little bit of a substitute from the god himself, Agent freaking Venom, dude. With this team is just absolutely unbelievable. So whenever I get a chance to use the god himself, we're going to use the god himself for a quick substitute. How about that damage, guys, in Act 6? How about it? One special one, and the defender is down to 50% health, and we haven't even been getting good RNG here when it comes to bleeds and incinerates. We're going to go for one more special one, see what we can get here, and we have 9 incinerates, and holy crap. It was just absolutely gorgeous. All right, one more fight to show you here. We have a Spider Gwen, all right? And Spider Gwen, another one of those really annoying defenders. You can't use True Strike for her, but True Accuracy works really, really well. And that is what Kraven has, all right? So, again, we're going to get her back into the corner, right? We're going to push her back a little bit. We're going to be very careful as we're getting there, okay? We're not going to hit her when she's not stunned, but here we go. Special 120-second True Accuracy. That's quite lengthy. Okay, and now we can hit her as much. See, it says evade failed. Hit her as much as we want. All right, we're going to go for a medium heavy. Push her back. Oh, there we go. Very, very nice. All right, now we're building up to about our special 2. Going to bait out her special 2. You absolutely love to see it. And special 2. Boom. Refresh all those bleeds. The root is paused. And there you go, man. Nice stuff. Definitely really, really solid stuff. And we're probably going to go for a special 1 there to finish off. So yeah, man, this size health pool around 150 to 200,000, right, is where he's really going to shine, in my opinion. I think he does really, really well against those evaders. We had 3 annoying spiders, right? Miles Morales, Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, was on Wasp, and also Spider-Gwen, right? Who he just pretty much shuts the entire thing off. So when the main node is like, they evade because of this, he is great for it. Because what that essentially does is it plays into his rotation, right? And it allows him to do his like kind of interesting play style without having to play around in specific ways, because his rotation does that naturally, right? So that was definitely really solid stuff. Up next, we have the 6.3 Do You Bleed Buffet Medusa. Now, I believe there is also enhanced bleed here. So whenever there is like a Do You Bleed enhanced bleed node, which comes around decently enough, you know, like often enough, Kraven's going to be really, really solid for it, man. Like, this fight is actually really great because what's annoying about Medusa, man? She's got that annoying auto block. But True Accuracy is going to counter it. Auto block failed. Check it out. Not too bad at all, man. So we got the trap set, right? At this point, let's knock her right into it. Boom! We're going to go in. We're going to hit her. We're going to stack those bleeds. Abso-freaking-lutely. And every time we knock her into that trap, we're going to refresh. We're going to refresh that True Accuracy buff. Boom. Here we go. Knock her back again. She's in it. We're right near our special 2, right? We're going to go ahead and pop that bad boy right here. The root is paused. Oh my god. Boom. Look at her health. Now she's falling, right? Going for the heavy attack. All right. Is she going to go for the special 2? Come on. There we go. All right. We're going to push her back again. See, True Accuracy is kind of leaving. I'm going to just refresh it. Going to go for a special 1. Push her into the thing, right? The trap is not going to reset, but it's okay because she's just about dead. I realize that. We're going to finish the job. Awesome stuff. Really solid stuff right there. Yeah, really cool. Really, really like that fight quite a bit. So that was Do You Bleed. We're going to look at some more Do You Bleed here. This is in Act 7. So we've done some nerfed Act 6 stuff. Now let's look at Act 7, really relevant stuff, Act 7.3. Paradox, right? Do You Bleed, aggressive. Basically, if we use, anybody who uses special attacks is going to give us Paradox. If we intercept with medium or light, it's going to remove Paradox. The Paradox makes our bleeds like a little bit stronger. So we're going to go ahead and check this out here. We skipped the first fight because it was Quake and it was really annoying. And we built up our Paradox and everything. We're ready to show it off on the path, all right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bait out a special 2 from Norman Osborn here. All right, and once we do that, we are ready to go with our special 1, okay? Boom, there we go. Now, I'm being careful actually not to intercept because I want to keep my Paradox high, all right? Boom, lay the trap in the corner, all right? Lay that trap right down, man. And now, perfect. We're going to go and push him back a little bit. Perfect. And heavy attack right in the trap. How do you like it, Norman? Let me know how you like it, dude. All right. So we have 11 bleeds, which is definitely not too bad, but some are about to fall off. As you can see, they don't last too long, but it's okay. We're going to go for the special 2 now. We're going to stack up a bunch more and refresh all of them. Look at how he's losing about 4% health per second, if not even more. Yeah. Really solid stuff. 20 bleeds. He's just ticking down like nothing, man. We've done this path with a bunch of bleeders, and I would say that Kraven did do it the best here. This is the fastest and the easiest, all right? Really, really solid. So we're going to do a couple more fights here. We're going to do Cap, and also we're going to do Doctopus Octopus as well. All right. It's because he's super fun for it, man. You know, like the thing is, like I said, when you don't have to play into the nodes, when the nodes kind of play into his rotation, that makes sense. He's very, very good. He's very, very solid, right? When it all works, when he's able to do his funky thing. But once he can't, that's when it gets a little bit more rough. Once the AI starts being a little passive, once they start, not playing into you, it's okay. It gets a little less fun. But man, when you can get it to work like this on the stuff he's really good at, it's pretty solid. All right, we're managing our paradox here, going for the special 2, stacking up our critical bleeds. Pretty solid stuff. I'm just realizing now we got the disorient on him, and I feel like that was going a decent way in preventing him from glancing. That's definitely nice to know for the future, right? So that was solid, man. See, once you go for your special 1, special 2, and do you bleed, right? Especially on this paradox lane, you're doing a lot of damage, right? That's pretty much all you have to do. So, one more fight here, and then we're going to move on to one more lane in Act 7.4 that he just does really, really well. So, Doc Ock, same idea here, right? Same idea. We're going to go ahead and push him back into the corner. We're going to go for our special 1. We're going to refresh with our special 2. You guys know what we're doing by now, right? It's like, come on. It's like, you guys are Kraven experts now. You've watched a few fights. You know exactly what's going on. All right, don't even pretend like you don't, because you're not going to fool me. All right, here we go. Got to get the intercept to remove the paradox by 1. Very nice. And let's back him up. Boom. Heavy attack. Boom. Right into the trap. You love to see it. We got 10 paradox. Let's get those bleeds up a little bit. All right, bait out the special 2. Let's get the full dex. Ooh, we didn't get the last part. I don't know what happened. I dropped inputs. Let's blame the input problems. That's what it was. It actually wasn't. I just blocked it. All right, so let's stack up the critical bleeds. Once again, we got the little suppression on, right? And now, oh baby, the damage is rolling along. I was hoping he would go into my trap, but instead he used his special attack and exploded my paradox. But let's see, before he exploded my paradox, we got through those 3 fights in about 15% of our health lost from chip damage, which is definitely really solid for 7.3, But let's move on to, honestly, a pretty impressive fight and run here, man. This is a 500,000 health Immortal Hulk, and there's this really annoying node Tantrum. When the defender is struck by a basic attack, they gain a Tantrum charge. When they're knocked down, all the Tantrums are removed, and they deal a big burst of damage. However, when you have a Disorient on you, that doesn't happen. Kraven's heavy attack does 2 hits. The first hit puts a Disorient, the second hit knocks him down. So, Kraven, one of the best options for this lane, easily, man. The Agent Venom God team, really great, because there are 2 fights that Spidey 29 does really, really well. All right, so here, check it out. Disorient, boom, no Tantrum. Really solid. Also, Combo Party, super fun. Gain the cruelties, right? Let's get set up. Let's set the trap. Here comes the special 1 from iHulk here. All right, we're going to push him back. Boom, right into the trap. You love to see it. Now, what's really great here, he is a great iHulk counter in general because he has the Disorient, which is going to, affect his gamma stuff, and also the bleeds is going to go a really long way in making it so he won't go immortal at the end. So we're going to knock him back with the special 2, actually. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of damage because of the make a stand node, but that's okay. We're really just more so interested in keeping the rotation going. That is always our main concern with Kraven. Okay, let's knock him back here. Can we go for a we're not going for a special. We're not going to bait a special 2. We're actually going to just play it a little bit risky. We're going to keep stacking those bleeds up. We're going to be a little bit passive. See, sometimes when things don't go the exact way you were planning here, it's still okay. You just kind of got to take a breath, and even if your critical bleeds fall off, it's okay. Just relax for a second and keep the fight going. Don't push them to special 3, right? And you're going to be good to go. So that's definitely a good lesson right there when playing Kraven, right? And now Immortal Hulk is at a solid 8% health, and that's going to be it. And this fight really should have been ended at 100% health, but what happened right here, right? He hit me while he was rooted, and it exploded my cruelty buffs. And what that did was, Watch. Where is it? It's right here. All right. That burst damage 7.273. That's all the cruelty is exploding. We really got through this fight. You know, if Combo Party wasn't here, cool. That exploded some burst damage on it. We got through this fight very, very effectively against a 500,000 health Hulk with a very specific node that Kraven is very good for and just completely plays into his playstyle, which is absolutely solid. So up next though, we have a Ghost Rider, right? A Ghost Rider who obviously, you know, is a little bit bleed immune, but luckily for us, friendly reminder, Spidey 2099 is absolutely freaking OP. Really great champion. If you didn't know, he's really, really good. I promise. So check it out. We're just hitting his block a lot. We're not triggering tantrum because we're hitting block. And if we're doing it like one tantrum there, cool. We take a little bit of damage. We have the 20 ruptures going. Whenever we push him above bar power, it's nice, man. This is cool, dude. We had a sub from Scorpion, a sub from Agent Venom, and now we're subbing in Spidey 2099 too. I wish there was a fight that would place like a poison on us, and we can bring our friend Anti-Venom in too as well. You know, that'd be just great. See, that's just the team, the Agent Venom team, guys. It's so good. It's so good. All right. Let's keep it moving, though, on this path, all right? We have our friend Spidey 2099. He said, you know what? I want to fight you now. You're next. You're next, Kraven. And we said, what? I thought we were on the same team, dude. He said, not anymore, bro. And that's what happened here. All right. So, this fight is back to business as usual, man. Back to business as usual. As you can see, we have 17 tantrum charges, but they're all just gone the second we place that Desorian buff, debuff. What is going on? Why are we getting this lag? I think we're fixed. Anyway, special one, like I said, it wasn't too hard to refresh this time around, right? It's totally fine. Not too concerned with that one, right? When it happens like that in the beginning, I don't get too annoyed. When they jump into the trap by themselves towards the end, like in the middle of the fight, that's when it really bugs me. I'm like, oh, it really, really, really makes me mad. When the entire like rotation is just like flushed down the toilet when I was working so hard for it, right? But when it's right in the beginning, cool, dude. I'll just reset with another special one. That's totally fine. Okay, so here we got a nice solid wither debuff on us, which we just love. So I don't want to take a blocked hit because we'll get a rupture, right? But we're just going to finish him off anyway. So really solid stuff, man. That was really like special one. Push him into the trap, right? Then go for, you know, the special two, and then just let him go into the trap by himself again, and then really solid. So depending on the health pool, and again, Spidey subbing in once more against this Morningstar. Thank you, Spidey. So yeah. You know, depending on the size of the health pool, you don't have to re-trigger the trap with the heavy attack or the special 2 every single time if you know that you're going to kill them off that time. But really, depending on the health pool, sometimes you have to do it 2, 3, 4 times, right? So we have a Spider Ham here. Now, Kraven is actually really good for Spider Ham because he has an ability that we haven't talked about yet. It's usually more so a defensive ability, but what it does is that every time you get a non-damaging debuff on you, it reduces the duration of further non-damaging debuffs by 10%. Nice, right? So the taunts, the porker poppers, right? Once we get like 8 of them on us, they're going to be lasting like pretty much no duration whatsoever, man. So it just literally just stood right in the trap. We caught a pig. We caught a pig, guys. Pretty cool. We finally caught something, right? Not too bad. So again, we're going to have to go ahead and reset our trap. I think I didn't realize at this point that I have to reset with the special one, right? So I have to do that right here. Boom. There we go. Nice. Let's set that trap up once more. Okay. But as you can see, man, like even if you're not getting like your optimal damage rotation going, it's like, it's fine. It's like fine at that point. And again, right here, I don't know what happened to my trap, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what was going on here. That was weird. Yeah, where'd my trap go? Oh, because he used a special attack through it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I wasn't really paying attention there. So there we go. I think that's what happened. But we got the trap ready this time. He got locked in it again, man. He got locked in it again. Come on. Come on, Piggy. What are you doing? What are you doing? So again, I'm setting another trap with the special one. Maybe this time he can stop just like getting into the trap by himself, and I could finally push him into it. Here we freaking go. In the trap. All right, we're close to a special too to refresh all these bleeds. We actually have a lot of bleeds here, but I'm going for the special one instead, just to set another trap. Okay, and hey man, just to keep the fight moving. So listen. I feel like I've talked a lot about like, oh, you gotta do the optimal rotation, like, oh, you gotta do this or else it's bad. I don't know, that Piggy fight wasn't pretty optimal, man, and we got through it pretty well, right? It wasn't amazing, it wasn't the best fight in the video, but it was like good, and it was like good, it was fine, you know? So when it works, it's great, and when the AI kind of screws you over, it's frustrating. But if you need him for certain things like the, disorient or for the evasion counter, right? Like, and you can't get the whole optimal rotation playstyle thing going, I guess he's definitely pretty serviceable for it. So yeah, I definitely have a lot of mixed feelings on him at the moment because I have a lot of fun playing with him. And obviously, like when I'm going through a fight, I'm not going to like go for a less than optimal loop. Like I'm gonna go, special 1, special 2, heavy into the trap. I'm obviously gonna play him like optimally. And when the AI dashes back themselves and just triggers the trap, and I have to pretty much go for the special one again, it's a frustrating experience because it's not how you're intended to play his loop, if that makes sense, right? So it's like I have in my mind, like I want to do what I'm doing right now. I want to go for the heavy attack into the trap. I want to refresh with the special 2 after I go for the heavy attack in the trap, right? I'm putting the disorients on, going to go for a special 2 here, right? This was a great fight. This is exactly how I envisioned this one going. The Spider Pig one, it was like he's throwing special attacks through my trap. He's getting rid of the trap. He's backing up into it. He's triggering it himself. And here with Falcon, special 3. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Oh my god, why am I doing a heavy attack? Oh my god, 22 bleeds. Nice. Not too bad. Yeah, man. So like I said, I have lots of mixed feelings on this guy because I feel like he has the skeletons of like a phenomenal champion. Phenomenal. He really reminds me of like Mole Man pre-buff, where he like had the skeleton of one of the best champs in the game, got a little tiny freaking value buff, and now Mole Man is one of the top champs in the game. I feel like that could be Kraven, man. I feel like if Kraven gets a little bit of a value tweak, fixes some of his mechanics where the AI doesn't screw you over every 5 seconds, and maybe change his suppression to like an enervate, and maybe give the defender a bit of an infuriate debuff even so that they don't back up into their own trap, I think he could be really, really good. But if you are a fan of the Agent Venom God team, Kraven is a great addition, man. So on his own too, Kraven, definitely pretty fun, okay? So is he underrated? I don't know how to answer that question because when Kraven was released, he was really, really bugged and people couldn't really use him. He's not bugged anymore, he works now. But now some of his mechanics are a little clunky. He's a bit of a Clunkosaurus Rex. And I feel like he needs a little bit of some tweaks. But there was a lot of impressive gameplay in this video. However, I don't believe any of it was taken on the first take. Most of my stuff is. And that's like because sometimes the AI, like I said, just backs up into the trap. And it's like, well, I'm not going to show this video. Like, I'm not going to show him just, like, not being played how he's supposed to be played. Let me try it again, And I feel like that's his biggest issue at the moment. So if that could be solved in some way, and a bit of a tweak, and a bit of a tiny little buff, right? I think he could use it. Is he underrated? You know what? Yeah, because I think he's really good for the stuff I showed. I think he's really good for Do You Bleed? I think he's really good at countering auto block, evasion, and miss with Agent Venom. And overall, I think he's just pretty fun to play, you know? So, yeah, that's it. That's Kraven, man. That's Kraven. This was a decently long video. Lots of content in this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about Kraven, what this video made you think about Kraven, right? This was just rank 3, 6200, no suicides, maxed out deep wounds, which is what he really needs. No Tiger synergy to increase the damage, right? We had the Agent Venom team, but he didn't gain much from it. All right, that's it for this one. It's a little long. Let me know what you think. I'll be seeing you around.